Where are those sound levels? There they are. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of I'm Angry because I have to re-record the entire intro because the microphone decided not to record. Oh my god, I need to calm down. Now that we've managed to calm down, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be discussing something that we're all quite familiar with. Most of us, in fact all of us, have parents. And there's a wide range of ways to parent a child. And I'm not saying I know which one is right. You know, I don't have any kids. People ask me, Cullen, do you want kids? And the answer to that is, I have no idea. I'm 20 years old, I'm not having kids now or anytime soon. All I can do is compare the way others parent their kids to the way I was parented. And, you know, I think I was raised pretty well. And part of the reason for that is because I used to watch a man who you might know the name of. The true OG, you know who it is, Mr. fucking Rogers, okay? This man right here, this guy knew how to raise a child with love and respect and knowledge. All of this is leading into a channel which shows some of these things. It's Barcroft. Barcroft is like the TLC of YouTube, in that you watch it and you just go, whoa, what? It's a channel that we can marvel at for both its inclusivity and diversity, but also its downright strangeness. In this video, we will be looking at a Barcroft YouTube video about two parents who give us their perspective and their practices on parenting. And we will not be judging them, okay? This channel is a no judgment zone, alright? We're just here to discuss and criticize healthily and objectively. Okay, not objectively, but just with a veil of comedic appreciation. So, without further ado, let's get into the... Do you hear that? Oh my goodness. Do you know what time it is? Yeah, it's time for a new segment, What's in the Cabinet? What's in the cabinet? Let's find out, shall we? Wow, guys, look at this. It's yesterday's spaghetti. Smell that? That's the staleness of a day in the open air. Look at that. It's all stiff and stuck to the plate. Wow. Look at that. Standing straight up. Guess there's nothing left to do but give it the old taste test. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. Now let's get into the video. Let's Ashketi. The title of this video is Free Range Kids. No medicine, no school routine, no bedtime. Sounds like the recipe for success. Barcroft.
Off-grid parenting is moving towards self-sustainability and being a bit more free range, less institutionalized.
The term free range does not apply to children. Bro, they're talking about their kids like they're a packet of chicken at fucking Walmart. Like they're just shopping for a kid. That one wants to be an actor. That one wants to sing. Ooh, a soccer player.
When I fell pregnant, I very much felt I didn't want any medical intervention.
Yo, Adele kind of fell off after she lost all that weight, man. She's looking whack.
I'm an asshole for that, I know.
No judgment zone. Continue.
Felt that I didn't want any medical intervention, and so for me the only way to achieve that was to step out of the system.
We did receive some very interesting messages, such as what if your choices end up in your child being born dead, which then obviously added to our own stress.
Trying to connect that line of reasoning. Why wouldn't you take every avenue available to help your kid just be born a little more healthy, you know? We could have made our kid a bit more healthy, but we were stressed about it, wasn't we?
Lotus birth is basically you don't cut the cord, so you let it naturally fall away, and you kind of wrap it up and treat it with salt and keep it clean.
Oh my... Ah, wow, dude. They dressed that up like it was a bath bomb, bruh. Is that healthy to just, like, leave it attached? Is it healthy? It's no longer living or circulating, so it can't really provide any benefits.
For both of my births, it took 6 days to fall away naturally.
Oh my god, dude. 6 days they were carrying that thing around? All dressed up like it was a meal at Outback Steakhouse? No judgment zone.
Perhaps controversially, Adele and Matt have decided not to inoculate either of their children.
I don't see there's any need to start injecting foreign substances. The kid's health is just as important as mine.
Oh no, dude. Listen, I know up until this point I've said it's a no judgment call, but dude, especially right now when we're in the midst of a global pandemic, and if you're gonna be this irresponsible about your kid's health, you should at least put some research into it. I'm not a doctor, but go look it up. Whose advice did she get for this? Her guru? Her spiritual healer? I guarantee you it was not a doctor.
I don't see there's any need to start injecting foreign substances.
Foreign substances. Medicine.
If I had something serious like cancer as such, I would definitely take the natural path. Okay.
What? She just said if I had cancer, I'd take the natural route. The natural route is death. She's literally recommending that if you get a life-threatening disease that is still preventable, just chemotherapy, no. You know, these are the type of people who you see like setting up like rain irrigation systems so that they don't have to pay for a water bill.
Breast milk can be used for conjunctivitis or eye infections. It's a sterile substance, obviously. It's coming right out the body and it's at the perfect temperature of all the living enzymes.
You know what I bet it is, bro? I bet they're just cheap.
Yeah, you know, we realised eventually that all these medical bills, you know, water bills, they just ain't worth it, ain't they? I could easily go the natural route of chewing on some poison ivy and drinking rainwater from my rain collection system. There's a bit of pine needles and insect legs in the water, but you know, it's still good, ain't it? And you know, the best taste is free, ain't it?
Wait. Run that shit back. What did she say?
Right. Breast milk can be used for conjunctivitis or eye infections.
Ma, I think I got pink eye. Oh, sweetie, come over here. I got just the thing for you. Ma, it burns.
Go to a doctor. Go to a doctor, man. Come on.
It's a sterile substance, obviously. It's coming right out the body and it's at the perfect temperature of all the living enzymes.
You know what else is a natural substance that comes right out of the body? Pee. Are you telling me that if I have a burn on my body, I should just pee on it? Well, jellyfish sting, I guess.
Adele has some strong views about stricter parenting styles.
Traditional parenting methods that I guess rub me up the wrong way is the cry it out method for young babies. Okay, we're humans, domesticated, we live in houses. But the baby has still got that in their DNA from when they used to be a hunter-gatherer, you know, their ancestors.
They're talking about their kids like they're like monkeys. That kid is eating leaves.
And they need to feel safe. It's highly dangerous, and in my opinion, it does constitute a form of neglect and child abuse.
I was walking with Astara outside the shop, and she's barefoot, and it's a local shop on a main road, and so yeah, there is dirt, there is the potential for glass and for hazards, and so a gentleman noticed this. He said, "You do realise your daughter's not wearing any shoes?"
Great point to bring up.
And all I turned around and simply replied is it's the greatest way for her to feel life, to interact with life.
The hippiest shit I have ever heard, bro. That's the best way for her to experience life, you know?
I'm not saying that there's any risk to your kid not wearing shoes in their backyard, but if you're out in the middle of the street, of course your kid should be wearing shoes.
So yeah, there is dirt, there is the potential for glass and for hazards.
He literally just admitted all of the bad reasons why you shouldn't let your kid walk around barefoot in the streets of London.
The family is used to criticism of their parenting method.
Hold on. What's that? What is that? What is that right there? Is that kid wearing shoes? Ugh. Puh, puh. Are you kidding me? What is he gonna do when a rusty nail comes along? What is he gonna do? Not step on it? Honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself.
It's the greatest way for her to feel life, to interact with life, to get a feeling of the sensation beneath her feet.
Yo, bars, dog. That's the best way to experience life, man. Pain.
So we all sleep in the same room, and it works out quite nice for us. And he pretty much picks his own bedtime, really. But as we don't have a school routine in the morning, he's able to then wake up when suits him as well.
Don't you want to be able to just sometimes be like, yo, get out of the room. We're doing parent shit. We're drinking wine. We're, you know, doing what parents do. I don't know. I mean, parents need some personal time too, you know?
We feel we'd like them to learn in a natural, free-range way.
There is nothing natural about almost all of this. Dude, these kids have no freedom at all. You're with them 24/7. You don't let them wear shoes. You don't let them be healthy. Where's the free range?
I don't have an issue with that. There's no need for him to be able to read and write at this age anyway.
Lady, kids don't want to learn anything. There's no doubt that kids don't like to go to school. But you should still teach them to read and write. You shouldn't let them make the call. If it was up to a kid, they would play all day and eat sugar and not give a rat's ass about any form of responsibility or self-improvement. You have to teach that to them. What are they teaching these kids? You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and it's gonna conform to exactly the way you like it. That's reality. What would happen if one of these kids met, like, an actual kid? Hi, my name's Jessica. I'm 6 years old. I can read a chapter book. What's your name? I like eating squirrels.
I think this style of parenting is definitely increasing in popularity, with a lot of celebrities now integrating aspects of attachment parenting into their lifestyle and bringing it to the forefront in the media.
It's getting popular with celebrities, yeah, because celebrities are historically the best parents. Just the best parents in the game, man.
They have fun, they smile, they laugh, I smile, I laugh, and for me it's building a bond of trust.
Just because they're happy now does not mean they're gonna be happy later. If you don't give a kid a concept of consequences, they're gonna grow up into a little monster. When I was growing up, there were plenty of kids who didn't have any responsibilities, you know? Either because their parents were rich or their parents didn't care. This is a unique thing in that they care too much about not caring. Who knows how these kids are gonna end up? Maybe they'll be upstanding, great, responsible citizens. Feel free to go into the comments and tell me that I am misguided, that you were raised like this and you turned out great, and more power to you, you know? We should all be willing to share our experiences and the ways in which we learn. I just look at this and I think, give the kids some shoes, you know? I was gonna just leave it at this video, but I actually have another video recommended from ABC News called Free Range Children. So, you know, let's give it a little shot. Let's check it out.
Reading, writing and arithmetic. Those are the core lessons many of us remember from our school days. But now a surprising number of parents are opting out of that educational norm altogether.
Bro, you can tell. Bro, you can tell he's judging them so hard. Look at that look in his eyes, man. That is the look of a disapproving father right there. I can't believe that anyone would be stupid enough to raise a child like this.
Instead, they've decided to cater directly to their child's interests, whatever they may be, as Juju Chang now reports.
It's a common morning ritual, hustling the kids to get ready for school.
Are you guys getting hungry?
And parents for work. But as the school bus doors close, the Martin family isn't on it.
Honestly, thinking about this from a kid's perspective, this must be sick, dude. You're like, oh, Mom, I missed the school bus.
You missed the school bus? Who fucking cares? School is lame, bruh.
Yeah!
The 4 Martin children, ages 11, 8, 5, and 2, simply don't go to school. Never have. They aren't homeschooled either. Instead, they're what's called unschooled.
Bro, that would be a fire diss in a rap battle.
You not just homeschooled, bruh. You unschooled, bruh.
Just picture life without school, so maybe a weekend. We wake up and we have breakfast and we just start pursuing what we're interested in doing.
Look at her face, bro. That's that look of, bitch, what you talking about? I'm trying so hard to not call you fucking stupid.
Doesn't a child need to know who George Washington and FDR and JFK were?
I don't know, do you think they do? Do you think it's necessary?
Obviously, she thinks that they should know that. That's why she's asking you. I don't know, I get the feeling that this lady was unschooled or something.
Unschooling is radical enough, but radical unschooling extends the laissez-faire philosophy to parenting. Meals, for example, are up to the kids.
Pasta with peanut butter sauce.
Oh, you're gonna have to try some.
Oh no, look what they did to my boy, to my pasta.
You can disrespect my parents, you can disrespect me, but don't disrespect my pasta.
This is the only part of these videos that has made me genuinely angry.
Ridi Pagliaccio, non si prendo.
Dad Joe works from home building wooden toy sets.
I should have known, man. Their dad's a toy maker. This guy's a kid at heart, man. He's making toys for a living. That's probably his dream. And you know, that's what they're trying to encourage in their kids. I know that. They're trying to give them a sense of freedom. But man, they're putting peanut butter on their pasta. That's right, I am still on the peanut butter pasta thing because I can't let it go.
In this home, there's no bedtime, no alarm clocks in the morning, so 11-year-old Devin often stays up past midnight.
Man, that's a tired-looking dad right there. That's the face of a dad who can't tell his kid to sit down and shut up.
I just personally don't believe in that humans learn best when they're trying to learn something that somebody else is telling them to.
You know, I wonder if they're doing this so that when their kids inevitably act up and start causing some shit with some other kid, you know, the parents are gonna be like, I didn't teach him that shit, I haven't taught him anything.
People, they'll ask me, how do your kids learn if they're having fun all day? Like, they so don't equate learning with fun.
Right, so how do your kids learn if they're just having fun?
You know, whatever they're interested in, I try to bring as much of that into their life as possible with as many resources as possible.
So what are they learning? Whatever they're interested in. Kids are interested in Hot Wheels, okay? How are you gonna make a career out of Hot Wheels? Well, you could work at the Hot Wheels factory, I guess.
It says wind is caused when air flows from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure.
You see, man, she's trying to teach them something, but they don't give a shit, man.
The store owner quizzes them.
Remember what it does?
The response?
To some degree, I realize that the news channel is trying their best to portray these kids as wild lunatics, but how much of this can you really just fake, you know?
I don't really necessarily project, I just want them to be happy.
Translation, I don't really want to worry about it, so I'm just not gonna.
But I'm stunned that you've never thought about what kind of jobs your kids would end up
Well, I don't know. Does anybody know? Do you know? Can you picture what kind of jobs your kids would have?
What are you talking about? There's so many jobs that they can have. They could be soap carvers or leaf eaters or...
My son wants to be the Yankee third baseman, so right now it's a little off.
And then this other lady's coming in there like, he wants to be a baseball player. Pretty important I crush that dream as quick as I can.
She's even written a book. There are an estimated 150,000 unschooled families nationwide.
I can't stop imagining scenarios in which these kids are interacting with, like, regular people. I want this toy. Well, the thing about that is that I can't just give it to you for free. You need to give me money. What's that? Did you just ask me what money was? You're like 25 years old. Do you not have a job? I ride unicorns and eat peanut butter pasta for a living. Okay, good for you, but you can't have the toy unless you give me money, pal. Jesus.
Dana, who teaches childbirthing classes from home part-time, even gets paid to go into other people's homes as the unnanny. Massachusetts mom Erica Berg homeschools and is trying to ditch the textbooks and try unschooling.
It's honestly quite inspiring to think that no matter how ridiculous you choose to act, there will always be someone willing to entertain it and pay you for it. That's awesome, man. God bless America.
And the mother of 3 boys is full of questions.
What if they really do need algebra and I don't teach them algebra?
Great question. Let's find out.
So the fears that you have are so normal.
Okay.
And algebra is not something everybody on Earth needs to know. This life is about honoring the fact that we're not all put on the earth to do the same thing in life.
What if they want to pursue algebra, you know? You're going off the assumption that just because you don't like algebra, your kids aren't going to like algebra. Isn't enforcing those ideas on them the same thing as enforcing any other learning practice on them?
But what about discipline?
You can stay in the backyard and use this hammock while we're up here, okay? Please.
This is a point that I'm sure is going to be a hot take. You need to use the word no. Because in life, no one's going to say, please stop yelling in the library. Please don't steal all that money. Please stop killing those people. People are going to say no. And you're going to have to deal with that. Because that's reality.
Why can't he go in the blue hammock? We can just as easily move on over here and still have everyone's needs met.
No, that's perfect.
So yeah, let's do it.
Look, you're not your kid's bitch, okay? You're the parent. They don't know anything and you're letting them boss you around. You're letting your kid be free at the risk of making yourself a prisoner. Because I promise you, if you keep this up, you're going to be taking care of that kid for the rest of your life.
Because he has a real need for going in it, and his needs are just as valid as ours.
Right.
No, he doesn't. He does not need to go in the hammock. He obviously wants to go in the hammock. What do people need? They need air and water and shelter. And a bit of love. Things like toys and peanut butter pasta, those are just things a kid wants. And those things might not be good for them. And it's up to the parent to make that decision. Because I reiterate over and over again, kids don't know what they need. All they know is what they want. You need to be able to show them what the distinction is, so that when they grow up, they can survive in a harsh world. And I really think that they're just setting these kids up to just self-combust. I don't know, man. It's kind of sad. I feel bad. I feel bad for making fun of this. I'm still gonna do it.
But the kids say what they need is a whole bag of cookies.
Mommy, how many can we have these?
I don't know, 3 or 4? We're all set with the cookies, okay?
Dana encourages Erica to try letting her kids have it their way.
Dude, these kids are pimps, man. I swear to God. Hey, yo, Ma. I'm gonna eat these cookies for dinner. You don't like it? Suck my dick.
I just feel like if they ate the whole bag of cookies, they're off the wall. I think that's something that's going to take me a while to work on and feel okay about.
Erica, please. Please just trust your instincts on this, girl. But she just comes in there like, if those kids don't get their cookies, they might be sad. for the rest of their lives. You really think the sadness of not getting to eat a whole bag of cookies is equal to the sadness of never having a job, being homeless?
Well, I think a lot of people might value that more than others. I honestly don't remember. Yes, although I know their names, I don't remember the details of what I learned in school about the historians, for example.
This is discrediting the great work of so many people across the United States who don't fall into this hippy-dippy wave. You know that not everyone wants to be an artist or like a free thinker? Some people like to do math. People want to be accountants. People want to be doctors. People want to be physicists. Are we just discrediting them completely? You know what? My kid's never gonna be a physicist anyway. My kid's never gonna be a doctor. Look at him. Come on. He's free range, okay?
Back at the Martin household, Devon's baking project passes the test.
That bread looks terrible! Look at it, it's all flat, hasn't risen. It's probably got like jelly beans and plastic toy cars in it. He's gonna eat that whole thing.
Do you ever wonder, like, gee, I wonder if I could go to school too?
Well, I could if I wanted to.
But you don't want to?
No, not really. Because I like being free and doing whatever I want.
But they don't know what school is. How do they know they don't want it? Their parents haven't let them go to school. Their parents haven't let them get vaccinated. These kids think that they know what they want because their entire vision of the world is a house. Kids shouldn't have too many responsibilities, but they have to start learning at some point. I can't help but feel these kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna hate their parents for never preparing them for anything. You know, who's right in this situation, really? It's the reporter. I'm sorry, it's the reporter. She's right.
Details her children may never have the chance to forget. For Nightline, this is Juju Chang in Madison, New Hampshire.
Wow. That was a roller coaster, man. You know, I don't know when I'm going to have kids, if I'm ever going to have kids. But when I have kids, I'm gonna take some of this to heart. I actually will take some of this to heart, you know? It is good to look out for the self-interests of your kid. It's good to respect their ideas, but you should also give them guidance. You should give them boundaries. In no way, shape, or form am I an expert on parenting, but I think I can pretty safely say that neither are these parents. These parents are wildin', man. Regardless of all of that, we're all just here to have a silly goose time. That's all I had for this video, guys. I don't know if you were able to get anything out of it or even enjoy it, but I certainly had a great time reacting to these parents. I'll leave the links in the description for the videos that I watched if you want to go check them out. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think the right way to parent is. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Peace.